Hello everybody, today is July 7th and this is your Grand Portage Community Garden Update. Well, I got a lot of stuff growing. These are here potatoes. Something I got going on here is quite the infestation. Not quite sure what these are yet. I sprayed it down with neem oil, but they're obviously unaffected by it. I have a bunch more stuff coming, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. And there's some sparse spots here that I've replanted, and I see the potatoes are coming in. So the green beans are coming in nice. And my replanted corn, definitely not knee-high by the 4th of July, but it is, I think it's 65 days. So I'm hoping it'll be good to go. We got some hot days coming up, but here's some beans and cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. These seedlings here I've recently planted, and they're getting hammered by these flea beetles. Oh, really bad. I keep spraying them with neem oil too, and it doesn't really seem to have much of an effect. The kale looks like it's growing finally. I got some collard greens in there too. Here's some more beans, and this little spot here I prepped for some head lettuce, some romaine, and then a bunch more potatoes, which again, I think there was a couple types that I planted that didn't seem to take, and I did replant, and there's a few coming back, so we'll see what happens. And then this little bit of corn in here, I left and kind of planted some more kind of in between them and stuff. So you see, like, here's a little bugger coming up right here. And one right there. So that's what's going on over here. And over here in my pepper hoop house, looks like most everything's come back. There's some smaller ones there in the left-hand corner that I don't know what's going to happen with them, but yeah, these are, you know, like this has already got some jalapenos. I'm guessing most of these are jalapenos here. Not sure what, let's see. This one is, doesn't say, the Sharpie somehow vanished. But I see there's some hot Thai chilies over here. And yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff in here, and it looks like it's doing pretty good, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, these little dinkers over here that froze completely, just the bottom of the stem was all that was left. They're hanging in there. We'll see what happens. Who knows, one of these guys might make the biggest pepper. Okay, so then in here, my tomatoes. Honestly, don't think I've ever seen tomatoes do this before. They've got this curl. They're turning really, this, you know, what's odd when I look at this is the ones back there in that corner, they're green, but they're still curled. And that whole corner I built up with just a ton of compost because it was sloped down and was really soggy. And so, you know, all of them are green, but they're still curled up. And but we're getting a lot of tomatoes. So, you know, I've just never seen this. I don't understand it. You know, these ones over here are dark green, and then it gets to pale green as you go to that corner. But every one of them I loaded with compost and buried them really deep. So I'm just really not sure. Probably has to do with the really cold temperatures they endured at the start of the year. So really hard to say, but I see this one here is doing what this one did, and that one looks like it's pretty much, I mean, it's still making tomatoes, but I've never seen this. I got to figure out if anyone knows why these tomatoes are doing this, then, you know, I'd love to have some input on that. It's just bizarre to me. And all the while they're still making tomatoes. So, and here we got the cucumbers. These are just ripping. Just growing out of control here. Already producing a lot. Oh, there's a couple there. I'll be doing my first farmer's market next week. And looks like we'll have cucumbers on the menu. These ones here are pickling, and they kind of were really small, but I noticed they were getting more full, and I realized that they were vining out, but I hadn't been trellising them, so you can see I just did that just now. So hopefully these leaves turn back upward. And these ones have just been taking forever compared to the other guys. And some of these other ones are 3-4 times the height already. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. And in here, call this the expansion. Onion raised beds doing fantastic. I ripped out this lettuce mix that was getting slaughtered by flea beetles, and I replanted some of this stuff here. And then I pulled out the spinach just today too and planted some more. Turnips and some peppers and rutabagas intermixed with some parsley. And finally I have beets. Something is going after them, but I should have some beets at least. I mean, what a total waste of a garden bed. I mean, it's just really makes me kind of angry. These carrots are doing good. And same over there, that whole bed of carrots. This mix is coming in nice. This lettuce is about to be harvested. I'll replant some more head lettuce in there or something, maybe even some carrots. I got some shorter day carrots. I planted some carrots in here. These are actually, I think, 75 day. They're called Red Sun. So they'll be coming in pretty late. And I've got my garlic, which I think I pretty much snapped all the scapes off. And, you know, everything's yellowing. So it's about time to think about harvesting the garlic. And onions, not the biggest bulbs in the world, but they're doing okay. I'll get there. And my tomatoes have come back pretty amazingly. I already got a bunch of tomatoes, especially these little guys, which most of these in here are like cherry type tomatoes. That seemed to be what everyone was asking for. So yeah, all my zucchini, squash, melons, and everything, it's still just unbelievably the exact same virtually as when I put them in. Nothing's vined, the leaves haven't expanded. I put compost on each little guy. They made flowers. I noticed they were all male flowers. I never saw one female, so it's like some sort of shock. They're in shock or something. I have no idea what's going on with these. It's just I mean, at my house, I you know, I grew seedlings for here and for myself, and it's the same stuff. I've watermelon that are 6, 7, 8 feet long already, and some of these squash that, you know, are nearly as big as like a small car. So, and here's another row of tomatoes. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this stuff over here, man. It just makes me so angry there, because it's not gonna do anything. I mean, this should already have squash. My stuff at home already has squash, size of 2 fists. I mean, and this is, from what it looks like, it's never gonna produce. Just really sad. But my lettuce here is coming in pretty good. Some nice heads. Say maybe next week some of these will be ready for harvest. And that pretty much goes all the way down there. And then this lettuce mix here I planted. I got these pea trellises here where almost no peas have sprouted. I mean, there's maybe a dozen in all these, and I planted a couple hundred at least. And so I've been watering it with a hose, because this drip tape must not be supplying enough water, I guess, to get them to sprout. Or what I'm going to do is come back around and plant some more, because I ended up putting this trellis in of peas and just loaded it with seeds, and there's already peas kind of sprouting up. So, and that was just the other day, and those other trellises there, the tomato cages I planted peas on there, that was 2 weeks ago, maybe longer. But yeah, here the corn's coming in real nice too. And here I got some more beets. So they've been getting sprayed with neem oil too. Seems to be working. More lettuce here. And then I planted some squash by seed, and look, it's doing great. This looks great. It's already better, you know, than that stuff over there. The problem is there's really not enough time. It'd be pointless to put anything in the ground, because it wouldn't produce. I mean, I could try, I guess, but. And then over here are some green beans. Another round, you know, people love them, so, and they really produce well. Some of them got attacked early by, I don't know what, but it bit the tops off, and I see some of them are starting to come back, but they may not. Yeah, they just bit the top little leaves off, but some of them are recovering. My peas along the fence here are doing really good. Nice little snacky while I'm out here working. But yeah, these, you know, those are about the only peas coming up. Here's a little guy, but you know, there's just a few. So, well, that's about it. Anyone who wants to come pick their own tomatoes, maybe in a month or so, we'll have lots. Y'all take care. Bye.